Hello guys, welcome. So I'm just doing a general collective reading, just an intuitive reading, reading the cards, getting the message for whoever needs to hear it. So yeah, let's go. I will be doing a 3 card spread and pulling other cards for each of those cards to just clarify a little bit on what is going on. So, and then in the beginning of my readings, I like to pull a card. It is a message from spirit, something that somebody needs to hear. And then at the end of the reading, I will pull another card, which is more of like an action card. You'll have to, like, if you want to, if you feel called to, meditate on it, journal on it. If it is something that caught your attention, something that, it might be something that you have been thinking about, ruminating on, or whatever. So, yeah, I like to do little fun stuff like that. And I feel like it helps us as um, ourselves and as the collective to just, get all of that crazy stuff out of us that we're thinking about, that we're going through, that we're ruminating on. And so, anyway, let me stop running my mouth. Let's get started. Spirit, 1 card for somebody who needs to hear this the most. 1 card for someone who needs to hear this the most. Oop, that was way more than one. Sorry, guys. All right. 1 card for someone who needs to hear this the most. Wow. Let go of guilt. I'm going to check this microphone. Okay, it is on. All right. Let go of guilt. When you allow your light to shine brightly, you inspire others. Forgive yourself for what you think you've done or not done, and trust that God loves you unconditionally for who you are. Learn and grow from past mistakes instead of berating yourself for them. Yeah, guys, I feel like we're all coming into this time of, like, letting go of suppressed emotions, suppressed memories, things that are just no longer serving us. And we're really being called to do that for, like, a greater cause and a greater purpose. So if you guys are being called to, let go of your fears, your guilt, anything that's holding you back from becoming, your most beautiful divine self, then take heed and maybe listen to this message a little bit. And, however you like to do your healing process, however you like to, go within so you can feel better for yourself and everybody around you, I would highly, highly, highly recommend, if you haven't already, getting started with something like that, because it is amazing. Take it from me. Okay. We are going to start with your 3 cards. All right, Spirit, can you bring us messages from the highest light for the good of all, everyone involved, and all of those surrounding? Thank you, Spirit. Wow. All 3 came, well, 4 came out. We're going to take, all right, the Tower, the Lovers, and the Chariot. So the Tower. For some of you guys, I feel like some of you are getting over going through the dark night of the soul. Some of you guys are still going through that right now, and some of you guys haven't even realized that spirit is trying to take you through something for you to realize something. I feel like some of you have been through a lot of dark and traumatic things, and it is very, very, this is, mind you, this is in your past. So this is in your recent past. So some of you guys could have already gone through this and are coming out to the other side, and some of you guys could possibly be going through this soon or are still in the process of going through it. But we'll see when the more cards come out. But Tower moment, it could be horrible relationships, horrible friendships, just not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, going through so many different traumatic experiences that are there to teach us something, it is building our character so we can learn what we need to learn and become wise enough to put our hand down and pull the next person up once we have accomplished, getting out of those horrible setbacks. And yeah, but the Tower moment is really not to hinder us, it's to push us forward. Sometimes we are very hard-headed and stubborn, you know what I mean? So it takes spirit to like give us something that is in our way that's completely blocking us off to what we think that we want to do with our lives or what we need to do. And spirit is gonna completely hinder us and block us so we can step forward in the path that we are supposed to be on. Because just as well as I do, that it can be very hard, especially when we're set in our ways, even though we know that that's not something we're supposed to be doing, or we feel guilt every day from living the lives that we're living. Deep down we have this knowing that we are better than that and we are supposed to be doing more than that. So yeah, that is the first card. The second card is the Lovers. So yeah, I feel like, spirit is trying to take people out of the darkness, out of those unloving fake relationships, the manipulative relationships, the narcissistic relationships. And spirit is trying to show you what true love is. But in order to do that, you have to go through that Tower moment, and you have to come to the realization that that part of your life is just no longer serves you. It's no longer for you, and you have to step completely away from that dark side and just meet spirit even 2 inches ahead, and spirit will work with you on bettering yourself and bettering your life and bringing abundance and happiness and true love and true relationships, true friendships, abundant friendships, abundant relationships into your life. We cannot know what we want until we've known what we don't want. So, the Tower moment is there to show us what we don't want. And, it seems like all darkness, but once you come out of that, you will realize why it happened, why it had to happen, and what was in it for you. What was the good in it for you? Okay, so your third card is the Chariot. And if this isn't lining up, y'all, I don't know. Because, okay, Chariot. Chariot is about success, about movement, about, coming into your highest form, coming into your most divine self, coming into your worthiness, your divinity, coming into what you are about, your true essence. Um, it has a lot to do with, taking your willpower back, taking your cur gaining some courage through just stepping out of the tower moment. And once you do that, you are going to gain the confidence and courage that you need to really start putting yourself first and building yourself up so you can be the best for yourself. And once you do that, it's going to attract the best life for you. Okay, the other card that came out was Judgment, that I didn't pick up right away, but it did come out. And I feel like that also goes into this reading. Judgment is all about, it could go hand in hand with the tower moment. Once you're stepping out of that tower moment, you've been judged. You've had to place judgment on your life and place judgment on the things that no longer serve you, and really sit in that and contemplate and take inventory of all the things that you don't want in your life anymore and all the things that are not serving you. Judgment is a lot with awakening, reckoning into who you really are, taking action into who you really are, forgiving yourself for all the things that you have allowed to come, all the things that you have allowed yourself to have to go through. Because, we all have free will in this life. And if just as well as I do, when we're out there and we're living, a life not that we feel is not worth living, we know that all we have to do is make one change. Yes, very much easier said than done, but make one change to turn that around into something that we could be living prosperously and authentically. But it just takes that one choice. And for some of us, it's very hard to make that choice, because that means we're going to have to let go of everything that we know, let go of everything that we've built trust on, let go of all of our comforts and things that we've become kind of addicted to or, dependent on. So it is very hard, but I can promise you that if you are having that nudge and that calling, which I'm doing this reading right now, so I know if it found you, if this reading found you, that is how spirit works. Synchronicities, you're always gonna hear the message that you need to hear from spirit. So just take that into consideration. Okay. Spirit, can you clarify the Lovers? Clarify the Lovers. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so that, I thought that was upside down, but it came up. Okay. So I feel like somebody with past relationship or a relationship that they're in right now is going through some very serious times with their significant other, or it doesn't even have to be that. It can be more so less like with just those around them, people who you have allowed into your life that are, just sucking you dry, taking all your energy, taking everything from you, and you're not getting anything in return. It's constant chaos, constant rivalry, constant it's never just like ease. It's always tension. It's always intense. It's really sad to say, but sometimes we just have people in our lives that don't want us to succeed, that will do anything to keep us from reaching levels that we came here to reach, to getting to our purpose. There are people, whether you know this or not, there are people placed in our lives to keep us away from going to our purpose, from stepping on that path. I mean, you have to take polarity into consideration. You cannot have light without dark. So until you fully take yourself completely out of the dark, you cannot have all light. You have to have, if you want that perfect, blissful, and nothing is ever perfect, you're always going to have struggles and things that you're going to have to overcome and obstacles. But are you taking the obstacles for the good, or are you taking obstacles that are just going to keep you in this pattern and keep you stuck? That's what you really need to think about. Are these obstacles worth taking, or are they just going to turn you back to the point that you started at? Not getting anywhere, not getting ahead, like a hamster in a wheel, just going, and not getting anywhere. That's what you need to think about. But also, it really, I know firsthand what it's like, wanting love so bad and settling for whatever we think is love. And if you are listening to this and it's really catching your ear right now, I promise you it is so much better on the other side. Don't stay stuck with somebody who is not making you feel like royalty that you are. Don't, because you're settling for less and you're missing out on what spirit is trying to bring forth to your life. You're missing out on the true love relationship, the one that's going to bring you everything that you're missing in life, the one that's going to add to your beauty, the one that is going to add to fulfillment to your life, not take away from it. So if you're not in a completely bountiful relationship, then yeah, just really think about that. All right, confirmation, clarity on the Chariot. The Queen of Swords. Yeah. Queen of Swords. All about boundaries, you guys. Taking your throne back. Taking your crown back. Fixing your crown. Placing it on your head. And walking away from what no longer serves you. Realizing the divinity within. Realizing spirit is guiding you. Realizing the calling that is deep, deep within you, hearing that calling and taking heed to it, not ignoring it anymore. And once you do that, you are going to be sitting on your throne, pretty, high, handsome, male, female, it does not matter, but regardless, this reading is all about like taking your power back, taking your integrity, your dignity, your strife, taking all that and putting it in one and fighting for the life that you deserve, fighting for yourself, because nobody else is going to. I know for some of you have never had anybody show you true love and show you what love, real spiritual love is all about. And I can promise you it's something that you've never felt in your life until you really take the initiative to walk in a path of light. Love is light. One more card, Spirit. For somebody who needs to hear it the most. One more card for somebody who needs to hear it the most, Spirit. One more card. Thank you. Sorry, guys, it fell on the floor. Alright. Let's see. Yes. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, so like I said earlier, I feel like for someone listening to this, somebody's foot is dangling from one side to the other. You can't really make your mind up, or you can't find the strength to fully embody your beauty and your worth and step aside from all of the bullshit that you're going through right now. You know what I mean? You can't find it in you to 100% leave behind what is no longer serving you. And that is very normal for all of us who have been chosen to go down this spiritual path. You know, it's not easy, and it's very hard because Spirit expects us to give up everything and put full trust in Spirit, that Spirit has our back and Spirit will walk us to victory. Spirit will walk us to the life that serves us best. Individually, we are all different. Yes, we are all one, but we are all different at the same time. We have different wants, different needs, different priorities that need to be met. And what I'm telling you is, if you just make that choice to step over to the other side, Spirit will meet you and take your hand and guide you to where you need to be. If you just